Hey, RJ Helms here, back with some more Let's Play OpenTTD. In the last episode, we we enhanced our main line and our stations along it just to have double platforms in each direction, and did the same thing on the express route and the route up to Heiligenhausen. Just to improve our capacity as we move towards having more and more trains on the line, and then started getting those trains on, but hit a bottleneck as far as our cash goes. That's still the case. Money is pouring in really quickly. In 1990, for example, we made just shy of £1 million surplus before we spent all our money on new vehicles and construction, and that should be even better in 1991. But there is still a bit of a cash crunch right now, so I think putting more trains on or expanding our rail network isn't our best priority for the moment. Instead, what I think we should do this episode is work on hooking up some more towns through road vehicles. There's a number of towns that are kind of too close to our existing service to really justify rail service, like these two towns, Mulde-Münster and Wümme-Münster, are a bit too close to Tauerheim to justify rail vehicles. Same thing with Altstadt here, and a couple of these towns down here. So before we get on to expanding the rail network, I thought that we would we would start hooking up some of those towns. So this potentially might be a bit shorter of an episode than some of the last couple, just because hooking up buses is a lot less intensive than hooking up railroad networks. So let's get started. First, let's do the ones that are going to connect to Tauerheim, because they're kind of the easiest ones and the biggest town to connect to. So for Mulde-Münster here, I think the best thing to do is going to be connected just up to TBHW. Let's do that. We'll stick on the same grid, build a little loop like this for the bus stops. And then do the same thing, just hook up our stations in this town. I think this is the best location. Of course, the local authority is upset with us. That's not terribly surprising. We've done a lot of construction around these towns without servicing them to improve our station ratings, so that's pretty much what I'd expect to see. Oh, but one dump of one dump of trees gets it up to good, so that's perfect. And where was I going to put it? I think that's a great location. So name the station, it can be MMS. Get it hooked up. Put in a depot, choose our vehicle. For this I'm going to go same with the maximum capacity. It's pretty close by. And I'm going to stick with the prime ironwood. There was that new route that just showed up, that new bus, the side and articulate, which is huge. But I think that the compromise between speed, running cost, and size the prime ironwood double-decker represents is our best choice still. So go to MMS and then TBHW, autofill the timetable and get started. I'll make a group for this one. This is MMS to TBHW. I'll pin this up. Let the timetable fill while we continue. Next is Wümme-Münster. This one's a little awkward. I think I can connect it to TBHV here. Maybe we just tunnel under this track and join up with the town over there. So let's see how that works for us. Pull that back and pull this back. That should make a nice tunnel. Yes, it does. And run up some loops there. Now over here I think I have to do some terraforming because this isn't flat. Yeah, so let's once again stay on the grid as much as we can. But just like that should do this time. Get this timetable sorted while it's up. Now over here, let's look at our local authority rating here. I bet this one is also atrocious or close to it. Yes, it is. Oh, and it didn't take much here either. Okay, so where do we want this stop to be? I think this is a good choice. Put in our depot and rename this one. So this can't be WMM, can it? No, that's taken. Let's go with WMS. And for this, I'm going to go for a fast bus. It's a bit farther. So maximum speed, we've got the prime firewood. And same thing, get it up, get it started, get it timetabling, and put it in a group. So this is going to be TBHV to WMS. Where are you? There you are. Okay, now let's move along. I guess the next candidate is Altstat here. We already did connect this up in the last episode, so that's gonna be very easy for us. This town, if we look, we can see it's barely serviced, but I don't want to worry about expanding the service to this town just yet. I think for now I'm just going to hook in Altstat to this PMWW station. It doesn't seem to be terribly backed up, so that should be perfect. And then we can worry about refactoring that as we improve this town's local service a bit later. So same thing, let's look at our local authority rating. It's mediocre, that's actually just good enough. Let's just get some service in here. So you can be AZS. Before we get started, this timetable's ready, so let's put the slack in it and clear it out of the way. And for this one, I think I'm also going to go for a firewood coach. Get that started. I will need a group for this as well, but one thing I want to do first is I see that this station is starting to bog down a little bit, and I don't want this to get held up by that, so I'm going to double up the platforms in PMWW. And let's make the group for this. So this is AZS to PMWW. And there you go in there. Okay, so let's look for other towns. This one I'm not sure about. It seems a bit far away to be connected by a bus. So I'll set that one aside for now. But this one, Vertachhafen, I think can just connect to Pleißebrück over here. So let's make that happen. Oh, and this timetable's already done. So let's slack it up. 11 days and 9 days. And what's my local authority rating here? It's poor, so that's not too hard to fix. That's good enough for a station. And see, money is pouring in here. We're already up to almost £700,000. Which is our goal here, so I'm going to pay down our loan. We won't need the money just yet, but we might want it in the future, but no point in paying interest on a loan we're not using. And so then you can be WTH. And same thing, let's go for the prime firewood. Sorry, I want to connect this actually. Where do I want to connect this to? Let's look at the cargo flow. Okay, that route is spare capacity, and this is closer, so I am going to go to PLBC. So let's get it started and make our group for this one. So this is PLBC to WTH. And let's let this timetable. Okay, and then there's one more town here to do. Storhausen. I think the best way to connect this one is going to be the same sort of thing. Let's look at this group. So this has spare capacity. So I think it's going to be a similar case. The best thing to do is going to be to hook it into EDGC over here. So same thing, I'm going to double up this platform. And let's see what my local authority is doing here. It's good already. That's very surprising. I guess I haven't upset it with any of this construction, which is lucky. Okay, so let's put in our station. You can be SHS. And give it a depot. And same thing, a prime firewood, and you're going to go from SHS to EDGC and get autofilling. We'll make the groups. This is going to be EDGC to SHS. We'll wait for that timetable. This timetable is ready, so let's slack it up. Let's do a survey for where else we want to go. I don't think there's any other towns down here. I do still need to hook up Donau Fort, but I feel like my local authority rating is still... It's getting better, so that's great, but it's still not good enough to build a station. Let's give it one blast of trees and see if that's good enough. How are you now? Poor. Is it the kind of poor where I can build stations? It is. Perfect. Okay, so this town is there to there. That will do for now. You will be... Station will be DNFC. And it's going to be the Ironwood coaches on this route. Or sorry, the Ironwood double-decker buses. A bit confusing, Firewood and Ironwood. I get that there's a theme, but those names are very, very similar. Okay, and then you can timetable get started. You are going to be our local DNFC route. There you are, and I put you into the parent local group. This timetable's ready, which is great. And that one is as well. So, put the slack in these. And then we'll take a look at where else we want to put some bus routes. There's no other towns down here, they're all serviced. I feel like this one is going to be a candidate for a train line. And it's shuffling there and up there. This one I'm not sure about, so I'm not going to decide just yet. I could do either of these towns. Blisau is close enough to Dosahofen that it could be connected by a bus, but I think what I'm going to do in a future episode is build a train line that goes from Dosahofen through these two towns and Nagelholz up to this town here, so I don't want to bother with local bus service for that route. I could do some of these towns. One thing that could actually be quite profitable, yeah, let's do that, is a local route going out, kind of the same thing that we did down here, where we have a local route that goes through two towns that are just going to completely grow together. Do the same thing here with a local route that is just going to go down this way into this town. So let's build a bridge. Join all this up. And I'm going to stake out a bit of a claim, just because this is going to allow Heiligenhausen to spread out over the over this track and onto their side. So I'm going to stake out a bit of a claim, maybe 2 tiles thick, just because as that station grows, I might have to pull out these loops. Just want to kind of buy myself some space. Just like that, just in case if I ever have to do any expansion. Oh, I don't want that up. The town won't just totally swallow up all my spare room. So let's look at this, how we want to do it. So this kind of connects these two. So I think the trick is going to be one here, one here. That'll cover everything inside the loop, and there won't be anything in here. So if I satisfy this local authority... Oh, they still don't like me. Keep forgetting to have this up. Once again, because they've borne the brunt of a lot of the construction work that I've done without any of the benefit. We're improving now. If I max out my loan, I can probably just bribe them. Looks like... no chance this is going to allow it. No. I think I've maxed out the trees there. So yeah, I don't like bribing local authorities. But in this case, I think I have to. And it was worth it, kind of. So this can be FSK. You can be HGHH. HGHE is taken, of course, so you can be HGHA. Yeah, let's use the next letter in the alphabet. Alright, so now let's go, we'll go with the Ironwood double deckers, because this is pretty much a local bus. And let's get this started. So I'm gonna, the naming here, I'm just gonna make it clear which one is which of the local HGHs. I think I just want them to be both local HGH. So this is gonna be HGH to HGHW, and I'll have a new one which is local HGH to FSK. You can go into there. The more I think about it, that bribing the local authority was not worth it. It cost over £1 million. But it's done now. I had the money. Might as well get some value out of it. I'm just thinking it'll take pretty much forever for that to be repaid. Okay, and down at HGH, this could start bogging down as well, so I'm going to double this up. 1, 2, oh, but do it in the right direction. Oh. Sometimes these towns are really quick about putting in new buildings when you've bulldozed something. And I want to keep this up so I could watch the timetable. Okay, so these towns here, once again I'm going to hold off on a decision about them. I could see there being a little train valuable, less valuable kind of just to do something like this. I don't know. But let's come back to that. So I already said I wasn't going to do these towns. Or this town. Sauerholz I'm not sure about. It's tiny and kind of far away. Same with this one, so I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to just build a route from Südkirch to Ravensbrück. My ability to actually speak German is a little bit behind me. Yeah, and this will just service with one station. Close up that loop. But first, this timetable is ready. So we slack it up the way we do everything. This is something that I really wish you could do with just the keyboard. I don't know of any way to just navigate through the these options here with just the keyboard. I have to click on each of them. If someone knows a way to do that with just the keyboard so I can use this UI without having to click on each individual stop, I would really appreciate it. Leave a comment below if you do know. And that's that one done. So this is, of course, going to be a case where I want to use the fast bus. So Warm Firewood Coach. Go to there, and then up to here. Autofill and get started. And like a group for you, you are going to be GFG to SDK. What is going on here? That pop-up does not make me happy. Wait, these are backing up, so I'm gonna put in some more stations. That's a little ugly. But it's the name of the game, so I did make my group. There we are, so you can stay up. There's a couple more towns we could do. Like I said, there was, where was it? Sauerholz down here, but I don't think that's a priority. And there's also Allerwald here. I think to serve this town I could do the same thing that I did up in Heiligenhausen. Build a new local route that kind of stops every 2 blocks from the airport here going up to there. But we've got a fair amount of capital stored up. We've earned back most of the money I wasted on that bribing the local authority. So I think I'm just going to spend a little bit of time blowing through the $750,000 I have with some more trains. I'm going to do that on the basis of waiting cargo, I think. Total waiting cargo just for passengers. Let's see, and I'm just going to work through this this station list. So TBH has 6,000 passengers, and it looks like they are on the express route because they're going straight to ABG and to HGH, so those 2 lines need more capacity. So first let's put some slack in this, and then we can worry about that. So the express train was the first one that I said needs more trains. Let's go with 2 more. And then it was HGH. DBH was the next one, right? Yes. And not quite as desperately. But let's also do 2 more on that one. Okay, and you can go away. EDG, let's see, if it's on the express train, I'm not going to worry about it, and it is. Yeah, almost all the passengers waiting here are express train passengers. So I'll leave that aside. NKW is this one. Oh yeah. And you pretty desperately need more passengers. That is this line from VLF to HGH. Okay, that seems like a really good candidate. Did I put a fast train on that line? It has 1. But I don't quite have the money to buy one of those right now. My loan is maxed out. Yes, it is. No, those cost almost £200,000. So let's look at some bus routes while we wait. Maybe some of our new ones. So AZS needs more vehicles. That is not a surprise. We'll get you started. That one's fine. The one to Südkirch could use another vehicle or 2. Also, not a surprise. Let's give it 1 more because it looks pretty close. Okay, now we've got the money, so go over to here, and it was to VLF. Like 1 more of those, and get it started. And I think that's as good a place as any to stop. We've done a bunch of new bus routes, expanding our service to, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new towns, so that's a pretty good bit of expansion, and we've put a bit more capacity on some of our most bogged down routes. So that's not bad for a little bit of time. Oh, and this station is in the depot. That's one of the ones that's expiring, but we don't have money, so that'll be a good first thing to do in the next episode once we've worked up another 100,000 pounds or so. So until then, this has been Let's Play OpenTTD. I've been RJ Helms. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any comments, any thoughts or suggestions, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.